here's the other thing.
I agree with that.
Leadership starts at the top, right? So I know people are hyped up, but this is against the Connecticut Sun. Jeff hasn't taken any responsibility. You put this roster together, and the people that have failed to perform are the people you made a deal for. Rachel Bandom, lowest performer on the team, can't be consistent. You made that trade for her and Mo Jefferson that can barely touch the court. He a nurse. You made that deal. The lowest performers are the people that Jeff went out there and got. So take responsibility and say that you put together a roster that may not be able to execute what Tyler Marsh wants to do.
I agree with that 1,000. Only thing I disagree with, and this is still me agreeing with you, and you're not the only person who said this. I hear a lot of people say this, so this kind of annoys me. I don't think, and this is just my opinion, but I'm pretty sure because Rachel Bandom and Mo Jeff hasn't really been that effective or that good. I think that trade for Mabry wasn't about the player; it was more about the pick. So
it definitely was 2 first-round picks.
If we're gonna criticize that trade, we got to criticize HVL, and we got to obviously we can't criticize the other player. Well, that was a separate trade to bring in. Well, actually no, because they used the 10th pick for the European player. But we gotta criticize the pick over the players is what I'm saying. But everything else you're saying, I agree with. I think he put together a trash roster. I think he needs to take accountability for it. And I think instead of taking accountability for it, he was pointing the fingers at other people saying that he was disappointed. I do agree with you with that. Are you done? Because I don't want to have Nate respond if you still got more to say.
Oh, no. Oh, so this is the last thing that I will say.
Yeah.
Today was a great game, right? But even in Atlanta, that was a blowout by 18 points, and it will continue to happen. So anytime that we play teams that can put up 80, 90, 100, it's going to be a blowout simply because of the construction of the roster. So Angel Reese can run around like a chicken with her head cut off, trying to get people passes, trying to rebound. But you are going to see more games, especially when we play top teams that end up at 18, 20, 25, and 30 because the guards just don't have it. We can't even get them to run down court to get easy transition buckets. That's all I'll say.
And listen, and here where this is another way I agree, but I just think the problem is different. And this is where I think the problem lies. I've been saying this about Tyler Marsh the whole season. Tyler Marsh focuses more on offense than he does defense, right? And I think the problem with this roster construction is not even a roster construction. I just think it's a focus. Let's say that it's a roster focus because we have defenders on this team, right? You can't have a team that have Camila Cardoso, Angel Reese, then you bring in Ariel Atkins, and everybody want to tell me, when they trying to tell me how good Ariel Atkins is, why they gave up the 3rd pick was, she this 2-way player, she was defensive this, and she was an all-star, blah, blah, blah. So she's a defender. So we got 3 defenders in our starting lineup, right? Then you bring in Kia Nurse, who's supposed to be a 2-way player, right? We got Michaela Onyenwere, who's supposed to be a defender. Right, we got all these defenders, is what I'm saying, on the team. So these are people with hair. So the fact that our scheme, our defensive scheme, is so bad that we give up, to your point, Ms. Goody Two Shoes, 90 points, 80, is silly to me, and that falls on Tyler Marsh because we have the personnel here to play better defense. And we played better defense with less last year under Teaspoon. So I know we could play better defense. So that's more of a scheme thing. And I blame that on Tyler Marsh, more me personally. But I agree with you. Giving up 90 points. And I agree. Listen, we're going to get killed. If Tyler Marsh, we played defense tonight only in the 4th quarter. I don't know if anybody realized that. We didn't play defense for the first 3 quarters. But in the 4th quarter, we held them to a respectable, point. We didn't allow them to score a lot in the 4th. Once we start to play better teams, we're gonna have to do that for 4 quarters. Because to your point, Ms. Goody Two Shoes, we're gonna get it's gonna be another 90-point. We're gonna be giving up 90-point games, and we're not beating nobody. So it is what it is. But yeah, Nate, that was Miss Goody Shoe's point. What you got to say about that, Nate?
Can you hear
me?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm glad you're on the show. It's always good to have women on the show, but we respect everybody's opinion. But don't call my opinion ridiculous or my point of view ridiculous. I'm not gonna call what you feel is ridiculous. We don't do that on the show. Disrespect other people's opinions and point of views. I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna disrespect anybody else's opinion. So with that, I mean, if you feel you don't see it, that's fine. I talk to a lot of Jeff haters and Tyler haters. It's fine. Y'all want something different? It's cool. But the main thing is, Angel is playing better, and he does have to fix his rotations. His rotations suck. You can't have Bandom out there. I don't care if she can hit 3 here or there. You can't have Bandom out there and she can't guard a call. Like his rotations are horrible. And then sitting Angel and Camila, and you can't sit all 3 of them. You got to have at least 1 or 2 in there at the same. You know what I'm saying? You can't have all 3 of them sit. And Ariel, like they're your best defenders. But they did play way better defense in Atlanta. They played 3 quarters of defense, like very good perimeter defense. And then it's just like the 4th quarter happened, like they thought they had it in the bag because they were winning. They got too confident, and then they just play Olay defense. They just run right past them, and that's why he was pissed because y'all played 3 quarters of defense and then just let it go. You have to play 4 quarters of defense. I believe they will make an adjustment. Once Camila goes to the Eurobasket, then they'll have 9 players. So, because I know Mojo's not touching the court, and there was that Mojo, Rachel Bandom, they wanted to get rid of their contracts, and because Chicago wanted, all right, we'll give us 2-star first-round picks for Marina, and like, we got to take these trash players. You know, they trying to use them as they go. I don't think Mojo's hurt. I just think they want to keep her out. You know what I'm saying, for right now, because they don't want her actually going near the court. To be honest with you, I don't think they want her near the court, but they took her for the first-round pick that they won't be trading. They're not trading that pick unless it's for a superstar. But yeah, the rotations got to get better. The players do got, like Brooke said, we do have defenders on this court. Rebecca Allen, Kid Nurse plays okay defense, but it just they gotta want it.
Rebecca's surprised. I said I forgot about Rebecca. I didn't think Rebecca could play D until I seen her. She locks up.
I told you,
she's a solid defender.
You watched that one video with Kayla, she hurt her back. That's when because she was still hurt.
TC, Kayla came down, hit her with a cross, and she stumbled. I said, no, we got her.
Everybody was watching that video when that trade happened. I'm like, come on, y'all. That's when she was still injured, and she hurt her. That's because they realized that, hey, you got something in your back. You need to get surgery. But you see, she's been, you know what I'm saying, God willing, she's still healthy, and she been playing. Like, certain players have to fit with certain players. You know what I'm saying? And I believe Angel was, players play confident. So you feel good, you shoot good. She's like, oh, I ain't hitting. All right, well, let me do this. Let me do that. And like she said, she's like, I was wondering what he was talking about. She said, Tyler, when he said.
Really quick, because I want you to finish your point. To your feel good, play good point, I like this hairdo for Angel. She need to, I don't know what it is about this hairdo, but she need to play like
braids,
this.
Yeah.
You feel good on the court when she got her, you know what I mean? I don't like the big hair. The big hair, she be, I don't know, but the braids in?
Too floppy, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for real, yeah. But yeah, even she said, I'm still understanding what you want me to do.
Hold on,
by being versatile and like being
finish your point and let Miss, because I think she got something else to add. So let Nate finish his point, Miss Goody Two Shoes. Go ahead, Nate.
She said, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to play like she was a wing years ago. Like when you trying to transform, you know what I'm saying, you're playing basketball, you trying to transform how your thought process when you on that floor, you've been playing this certain way for like 6-7 years, and you're like, all right, we want you to play a totally different way that you haven't did since you was probably in high school. You know what I'm saying? It takes a while. You know, and then it's the WNBA, this the pro level, so everything is like boom. So she's getting to it now, and I believe she didn't want to step on footsteps. She's like, well, I'm the power forward. I can't. That's why I believe he's like, hey, I'm letting everybody know is, do what you do. And that's why I feel, my point of view, because she's been playing different since, is she's like, okay, all right, it's out there. So I'm going to do what I got to do. And I believe you'll see more on those sets, triple doubles. But I saw this coming, because she's a great passing forward, the fastest to ever do it at the 4 spot. And it came out of a W. So when you get the results you want from a win, they'll listen faster. Especially when you coach, like, look, you do it like this, it'll work. It's just they gotta trust the system, and that's what it is. They're not trusting the system. And you're right, he is more offense orientated. But you gotta listen to the actual coach. And like, hey, y'all still gotta defend. We want to score, but you have to defend. So it's just all buy-in to me, and they've been playing better since that last. She's been playing when she plays better, they play better. Especially the Atlanta game. After that Atlanta game, even though they collapsed in the 4th, I was like, yeah, next game they'll play better. And it's just, hopefully it's a domino and they just continue to go by the system. It's going to be runs every game. Like they started today, 8-0, down 10-2, 8-2. So it'll be runs, but it's just sticking with the program, the system, and just keep going. All right, I'm done.
But this is how you know that Jeff is so bad at his job. Look at the Valk's roster and look at what they are paying people.
That's a great point.
Signed top talent for $66,000, $78,000, all of these things, right? Look at their roster, top talent at a decent price. And these are the people that we got left with. Be for real. Even when we talk about Mo Jefferson's contract, I mean, the Fever did the same thing with Katie Lou Samuelson, right? So she had personal issues. She didn't want to finish out the season. And of course, I don't think the Fever wanted her just because of production, but they bought out that contract. Like, you're on national TV. You have the 4th most televised games out of all of the franchises. And 6 out of 8 games, you've been blown out. So I get it, what some people are saying, right? It would be different if they were competing, if they were losing games within the 10-point margin. But we're talking about 15, 20, 25, 30. So when you play a powerhouse, right? Like with the Aces, for example, they're going to be playing them, I think, next week. Jackie Young is going to have a field day with Rachel Bandom, Kia Nurse, Beth Allen.
And to your point, hey, Miss Goody Two Shoes, to your point, the Valks just beat the Aces the other day.
They sure did.
So,
hey, but that's playing hard, though. No stars. Yep. Playing hard.
But the Chicago Sky aren't the Aces.
No, I'm saying to your point, because you just said that the Valkyrie was able to put together a good roster, right? And Jeff couldn't. And what I'm saying is that roster that the Valkyrie put together just beat the Aces. And now we got to play them, like you, to your point, next week. And I doubt we're going to have the same outcome from what I've seen thus far, right? I got to go off what I'm seeing. I doubt we're going to beat the Aces like the Valks did. So I'm giving you credit. I'm saying to your point, look at what the Valks did with the roster they put together, and they was able to beat the Aces, right? We got
no Asia Wilson either, though.
Yeah,
no Asia Wilson, though.
Yeah. But it might, no Asia out right now, so she might not be back by the time depending on how many games, and because I think she's going through the concussion protocol, so she might not be back by the time we play her either. But we'll see. But I was just giving you credit on that, Miss Goody Two Shoes.
Yeah, but the Valks look good. The Valks are competitive even in games that they lose.
Yeah, that's a fact. And what you said also, what you said also,
right away.
What you said also, Mo 3 is a fact as well. The Aces is also still a good team, whether Asia's there or not. They still a good team. So
yeah, because
that's also a fact.
They just beat the Storm.
Yeah.
Without
but they also lost to the Mercury. Well, the Aces just lost to the Mercury. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That ain't crazy. The Mercury one of the best teams in the league.
The Mercury looking like they for real. They looking like They looking solid.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The Sky played them tough. That was a close game, and look how good they are. I just think it's about want to. You gotta want it, and it can't be one or two people that want it. All y'all gotta want it.
Yeah, but
it can't be just Angel and Camila and Ariel. You just got to be all of y'all. And on rotations, you got to leave Rachel on the bench. I'm sorry, she should just be catch and shoot. I was starting to think like, man, they got something going on. Why is she on the floor? Like, she got crossed up so bad.
I could tell you why she on the floor. So over the off season, Tyler Moss developed a relationship with Rachel Bandom, with Michaela Onyenwere, with E-Will, all of them. So when he was implementing his offense first, those was the people that he was implementing his offense with. So, and then also Jeff P.
Say that again. Just repeat that again.
All right. So in the off season,
the way you said that didn't sound right. You said he established a relationship.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm about y'all. Should I say pause?
Yeah, no, that wasn't my issue. I thought you were right because you said that's who. What did you say about the offense?
So when Tyler Moss got hired, right? The people who was available to him right away, because remember Angel is playing off in
Arrival. That's right.
Arrival. She wasn't around, right? The people who was around until they went to Athletes Unlimited, but the people who was around was E-Will, Rachel Bandom, and Kayla. Those was the people he was the established.
You're right. Yeah, they was at the press conference and everything.
Those are the ones he was establishing his offense with, and what he was wanting to implement. What he wanted to do was them. And then also on top of that, Jeff P. Obviously GMs, they cocky. They want to be right. So to your point earlier, Miss Goody Two Shoes, obviously Mo Jeff is hurt. She's not playing, but they like the "I told you so" moment. So this is Vandersloot now, right? He bring in Vandersloot, right? He bring and then implementing Tyler Marsh's offense and all that. They want all those people to be successful, because if all those people to be successful, by you not bringing back Kennedy Carter, now you could be like, "I told you so," right? And that's what another reason, going back to this article that just came out, that's another reason why he's pissed or that he's disappointed that it's not flowing like he wanted to, because right now he's on the hot seat. You look wrong, and we're all like, "Yeah, I told you so." You firing Teaspoon. You're not bringing back Kennedy. You get what I'm saying? So he wants Rachel Bandom to be successful. He wants E-Will and all these people to be successful, because these are the people he chose. He didn't choose Kennedy. He didn't choose Teaspoon, right? This is the lineup. To your point, Ms. Goody Two Shoes, right? He put together a bad lineup, but he wants it to work, because then he could sit back cocky, like, "I told y'all, like, I know what I'm talking about." So that's why Rachel Bandom is on the floor, because they want her to be successful, even though we all know Rachel Bandom don't got no handle. She don't play. She don't have defense, right? She don't have the athleticism to move. We all know that. Now, does that mean she's terrible? No. She has skill. She's able to make a jump shot, right? She's able to get high to make a few jump shots and stuff, things of that nature. She is a vet, so those are the things she got going for her. But Jeff and Tyler Marsh needs her to be successful, so they could be right. They could be right in the trade for Mabry, right? They could be right in not bringing back Kennedy Carter. That's all of this is. This is ego.
That's a good point, Brooklyn. So this is my question, and this is to everybody up here, because in the article, Jeff P says we are in win now mode. Is this roster win now mode?
Hell no. So you just seen? Did we all just seen what the Liberty did to us? This is nowhere close to win now mode. I don't. Again, this is ego. This is Jeff's ego talking. That's all this is.
Well, his description of win now isn't the same as the Liberty's. You know what I'm saying? It's his win now is they want to win. They're not trying to rebuild and lose every game. I mean, that's his description. Yeah, win now doesn't necessarily mean contending for a title. It's just, we want to win consistently.
Win now, listen, and basketball is universal. So whether we talking about the Olympics, whether we talking about men's basketball, women's basketball, win now mode mean one thing, right? is if you
no, you got to reach that first though. You got to build to it.
That's what I'm saying. If you ain't reach it, why say it? You get what I'm saying? Because if you building a team, you either in rebuild mode or win now mode, right? It ain't no in between because teams aren't just trying to make the playoffs, right? If you're just trying to make the playoffs, you don't say I'm in win now mode. You say I'm trying to make the playoffs, right? Because you're still in your rebuilding state. Win now modes means that like Phoenix could say I'm in win now mode. Seattle could say I'm in win now mode. Meaning those teams, we don't think about those teams and winning the championship, but they have all the pieces too, right? If Seattle happens to have a special year and win the championship, we could say that they got a point guard, they got coaching, they got weaknesses. We could point out weaknesses on every team. But what I'm saying is about Chicago. Chicago don't have pieces to win anything right now. So we shouldn't even be in win now mode. But again, and I think we all can agree with this, I've been on record as saying I don't agree with a lot of the moves they've been making. I'm just riding with it because I'm a Chicago Sky fan. So I'm like, okay, well, we here now, right? But a lot of these moves that they going out making, I don't think they should be making. I think they should have focused on his. All right, so let me say this too, because I'm gonna take back something I said before. I did think we should have kept the 3rd round pick before. I did think we should have drafted Sonia Citron before. Only reason why I'm changing my mind on that now is because of the 2 pieces we got, especially how bad we are right now. The fact that we was able to get Ari Watkins out the trade and HVL, a lot of people probably not high on HVL, right? I don't know how y'all feel about it. I think she's going to be a good pro. Do I think she's going to be a superstar?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Do I think she's going to be a superstar? Yeah. No. But I do think she's going to be a good pro.
No, right? A good role player.
Regardless if that means role player or all-star, she's going to be somewhere in that. She's either going to be an all-star role player, right? That's how I feel about HVL. So I am happy about the trade now because it gave us 2 pieces. With that said, going forward, I think we should build in 2026 draft. Well, 2026 is a special year because there's going to be a whole bunch of free agents available. So if we could get some great free agents, right? But and then 2027 draft, I think we should be building. And my point is, and I'm gonna land with this because I want to hear what everybody else got to say. I think we should be building in a slow trajectory going up, a la OKC. You get what I'm saying? OKC didn't rush the process, but they in the finals right now. You get what I'm saying? We should have been doing that. 2024 for us was the beginning of a rebuild, regardless if they wanted to call it one or not. It was the beginning of a rebuild. All the players that had the Sky in the playoffs left. Courtney Williams is gone. Alana Smith gone. Girl in Phoenix, Kappa gone. So all of our players is gone. You get what I'm saying? So we was in a rebuild. So the fact that they trying to my point, Nate, the fact that they try to rush the rebuild process into a win now process is stupid to me. That's weird. You got Angel, you got Camila, build the championship team around them, a young team, so they could grow into it. The same way the Aces did, right? Then the Aces build through they got Kelsey Plum, right? Then they got Asia. They built through the draft. That's what we should have did. But Jeff is so trying to get back to 2021, living off 2021, that he's trying to rush a process, and we as fans is like just in the midst of this process, like what's going on? You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna land with that one here with the rest of y'all got to say about Ms. Goody Two Shoes question.
What was the question?
Repeat it, Ms. Goody Two Shoes.
In the article, Jeff said we are in win now mode. Does this roster look like it's ready to win now?
You got to make some changes. No. You got to make some changes. Mariah Jefferson, you got to do something about her. Also with the buyout, they have to agree to the buyout. That's what I looked up. They have to agree to. Yeah, they gotta. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna take this percent. Yeah. So she's like, I'm pretty sure they had the conversation. Like, hey, you wanna? She knows she ain't getting on another roster. Who else gonna pick? Who picking her up? Katie Love took that buyout because she knew she had somewhere to go. She went to Seattle and then got an ACL tear, which is unfortunate.
My
But
thing,
you have
not
to
to
know.
cut you off, Nate. Hold on, not to cut, because I'm gonna say something to your point. My thing is with Mariah Jefferson. If you're not healthy, we picked you up after the All-Star, just before the All-Star break, right? Just before the All-Star game,
Yeah.
or just after. It was just before, or just after, around the All-Star game of last
Yeah,
year, right?
All-Star. Yeah, right after the All-Star break. Yeah.
If you ain't healthy, you've been hurt ever since then. You came back a little bit, got hurt again. You might as well retire. Like what? I don't know.
How old is she? What, like 31?
I said the same
32?
thing about Kawhi, but Kawhi came back, so
I
maybe
think
I'm on.
she's 35, y'all.
Get ahead,
Is
Nate.
she?
I ain't mean to interrupt, Nate. Go ahead, Nate.
Wait,
But
somebody look
yeah,
it up in the chat.
Yeah, somebody look that up real quick. How old is Mariah Jefferson?
Yeah, I can look it up for y'all while y'all talk. I'll look it up right now.
Okay. But yeah, they have to agree to that buyout. I know they were like, man, can't they? You can't, because she has a guaranteed contract. That's what, for the price of getting those 2 first-round picks, they picked up Bandom and Mariah. You know, so they at least was like, all right, well, at least Bandom can shoot. And I don't think Mariah's played more than 15 games in 3 years. I think last time she played more than 15 to 20 games was 2022, 2023. That's all. I know how she got their contract. Matter of fact, she got their contract after her best year, and she's been injured ever since. So this is the last year of their contract, and they have to do something with her. She's 31, so I was right. She's 31. Yeah, I don't think she's getting on another roster after this, even if it's an expansion team. Unless she go overseas and prove she can actually play. But because she was playing in the preseason. Then all of a sudden she's hurt. I think they're trying to hold her out like, hey, your ankle hurt. You ain't going near this court. Since Courtney's out, you're not playing either. And when Camila leaves, we're gonna grab somebody else. I don't know who they're gonna grab. They probably I don't think they don't need to grab a big, so I think they grab a guard. I'm actually hoping they grab Deja Kelly so they can have some youth, and give her a shot. Cause she 5'8", 5'9"? So I actually hope they get Deja Kelly, but she's 5'8". So I hope, you know what I'm saying? Not right now, no, but I know they need to make some changes. They need more. They need it, like Brooke said. I said I agree. They need another guard. They need a two-way guard like Deja, or Ari McDonald. She'll probably be picked up before the Sky can grab her. So when does Camila leave? Like, was it like a week or so? 2 weeks?
I'm not sure.
I know she's going to the Eurobasket as well.
I was watching J Sports Network. I think J Sports said this. When Camila leaves, it's going to be right around the time where we get a break anyway. So Camila is not going to miss many games. Like her leave is around is like right around the time where we're going to not have that many games. And so if she misses a game, it's only going to be like not that many games that she misses anyway. So we're not gonna. In other words, we're not losing Camila for that long.
Are you sure?
That's what Jay. I don't know. I'm saying that's what I heard from J Sport. So if she got that wrong, then no.
It's true. She's only gonna miss like 4. The most games is like 4.
That's well, when you have this type of season, that's a lot of games. To be honest with you, not having 6, 7 in there, and your roster down to 9 players. That's a lot of games.
I'm gonna be honest with you though, and I want Nate to I want Mo 3 to chime in and give his opinion on what Miss Goody Two Shoes asked. But I want to say this real quick. I'm actually excited to see what Angel looks like without a Camila. The reason why I'm saying that is because Angel's whole career, whether it was in Maryland or whether it was in LSU, she pretty much thrived when she was the main big on the court. And if it was another big on the court, they gave her space. She wasn't the one giving space. So I kind of want to see. That's why I had said, I know you responded back to the trade I had on the post or whatever a few days ago. But that's why I was saying, like, yo, if we do lose Camila, and I'm not saying that I'm team lose Camila. I'd rather see if we can win with them both, right? But what I'm saying is if we do lose a Camila, I want to see what Angel look like primarily as a 5 now. Like I want to just listen. She plays big enough. We already seen we got a good enough sample size to know she could bang with bigs. The only people she might have an issue with is like fucking Brittany Griner, and there's only one of her in the league, and she ain't gonna have that much issue with her, right? Like she plays well against Brittany Griner as well. So I want to see what Angel look like primarily at the 5. So if we do lose Camila for those 4 games, that's what I'm gonna be watching for. I want to see how Angel looks without a Camila, without somebody that's in her way. where she could just have the paint to herself. Get mode 3 about Miss Goody Two Shoes question.
What was the question?
I don't want to mess it up, Miss Goody Two Shoes. So I'm gonna ask you to say it again.
Jeff said in the article that we, the Chicago Sky, are in win now mode. Is this roster a roster that can win now?
No, because typically the general consensus is when the sports team declares win now mode, the thing that they're trying to win is a championship. And no one that's watching basketball thinks that this roster can win a playoff game, much less a championship.
Right.
So I don't know. Jeff out there just throwing stuff out there. I don't know what he's doing. He's just word salad and stuff. I don't know what he's trying to do. I guess he's in desperation mode, trying to save his job. I guess I don't know, because that makes zero sense right there. You in win now mode. What's the moves that he's doing doesn't give win now mode. Like if he was in sports teams that are in win now mode, they basically take their checkbook. They have blank checks. They sign. They go over the cap. They do all this stuff. This penny pinching dude talking about he's in win now mode. He doesn't even want to buy out Mo Jeff contract. Well, he doesn't even want to attempt it. Yeah, people are right. Yeah, she does have to agree to it. But he could just throw the money. Here's your money you're gonna make anyways. You're not, because you sitting on the bench is not gonna get you another contract.
Right.
So here you just take the money and skedaddle. You know what I'm saying? But he won't even do that.
And then really quick, again, I don't want to cut you off, but to your point, Mo 3, when teams say that they in win now mode, they also saying that there's a window, right? They also saying that we have a 3-year window, 2-year, 4-year window. So it's like, one, we can't win a championship, and our window ain't even open. Like, what are you talking about?
Win now usually means this year or next year.
Right.
You have a
2-year window, 3-year window.
No, 3 years is not win now. 3 years is not win now. Win now is this season or next season.
No, when I say window, I'm agreeing with you. When I say window, I mean that like after that window, it ain't no more win now. You get what I'm saying? Like when teams say they have a win, when they win now, the window means they could win now within this year or the next year, or this year and the next 3 years.